Hey, parents. Good afternoon. Please forgive my tardiness. I'm here and I'm ready to go now. Okay. I'm here and I'm ready to go. Really quickly, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. We are doing this amazing back to school workshop, right? Where this is our number one focus. This is what we're digging into. We are going deep into how to take charge of your child's academic success for back to school. And we're using this book, right? This is my book entitled The Take Charge Book, right? How K through 5 parents can help their child achieve academic success. So this is the book that we're using. If you do not have the book, stop, go get the book, right? It's literally in my description on Amazon. Get it for Prime, right? Through Prime, and then it'll come straight to you. And then you can always come back and listen to this because I want you to have this as we're walking through. Okay. So let's get into it. If you have not seen, today's class is entitled Don't Have Routines, right? So it's really a question. Ask yourself, do you have routines in place, right? For your grades K through 5 child for back to school? Do you have routines in place? That's my question for you. Do you have do you have routines in place? And I'm going to ask this question, do you even have strong routines in place? Because you can have some, right? But do you necessarily have the best ones, right? Are they best for your child? And that's what we're going to get, oh, I'm so excited, into today, right? In this book workshop. That's what we're going to use, this book, to help us go deeper in that. Okay. And so grab your book. Let's get into it. One of the things that, as I was preparing for this class, and please excuse me for the sniffles, my allergies. These allergies are a little different today. Okay. One of the things that um, I recognize when it comes to parents, right? When it comes to routine, sometimes they're challenging for parents to really uphold for their child, right? Because you're frustrated, your child won't get up on time. You're waking them up, you're like, get up, get up, get up. You gotta go to school, you gotta catch the bus, right? You gotta eat breakfast, you gotta put your clothes on, gotta put your uniform on, right? And they're in the bed and they're like, no, I don't wanna do it, I wanna do it. And I wanna just say this really quick. I would say most of the time, your child's probably really tired, right? They're probably really tired. I know many districts, they switched the grades, elementary school, I should say, the elementary school time for waking up, for going to school. um they pushed their time back to like 9:30 a.m. Many schools are starting so late and getting out so late because they realize that these students actually need more rest. And years ago they were getting up 7:15 to be at school, 7:45, excuse me, again, 7:30, right? And they're not getting that much sleep. And they're switching, the high school is going right earlier because they're getting closer to the workforce. So they should probably get up earlier. Many of them are getting closer to that workforce, vibe era, right? Where they need to learn how to build that routine. And so many of your kids are getting up a little bit later. But if they're struggling, it's because they're probably tired. So we need to take advantage. We need to figure out how to take advantage of that. We need to figure out how to solve that. Okay. So I wanted to mention that because it doesn't necessarily have to be like morning routines. It could be evening routines, maybe homework. If your child gets homework in their district, right? Or they have to be online to do like certain homework activities or questions or whatever online, right? Or on their tablet, that can be something, right? That could be a struggle or frustration for you and your child because they don't want to do it, right? Are they losing? If they're anything like me, honey, I lost more book, more keys than anything, right? More folders than anything. But for your child, are they have they lost their school tablet? Have they lost the tablet you bought them? That you're telling them that they need to go on and do like whatever it is that their school system, right? Tells them that they need to do a certain amount of hours at night, right? When I was in education, they were using like iReady or different tools like that, right? At a certain point. So whatever it is that your school district is using, is your child like not even, you know, able to do? what they're asking to do for for evening activities or homework, if you will, right? Because they don't have all the materials because they've lost it. And that's a part of routine, right? And so I don't want to like stay there, but I want to highlight like I understand where your frustration is. I really, really do. But you gotta solve the problem, okay? You gotta solve the problem if you want your child to have academic success, right? If you want your child to have academic success, it's important for you to solve the problem. Now, I'm all for helping you solve the problem and gifting you the answer how to solve the problem. And so the answer to not having routines for your child, especially that's going to help them for this back to school year, right? The answer is the shift 3 in this book or the chapter 3 in this book, right? And that's on page 12. That's what we're starting on page 12. Page 12, page 12, page 12, page 12, page 12. Shift 3 or chapter 3. And the reason I say shift 3 is because I really want you to focus what it is. This is the second tool that I encourage you to make sure you have in place for back to school. We talked about tool number 1 last week. If you missed it, go back and watch that masterclass. That masterclass was about showing up academically, right? Showing up academically. That was the last one that I taught. This week, number 2, the number 2 focus that I think that you should keep in mind is making sure you build strong routines for your child academically. Strong routines. Not just any old random routines because you know that you got to put some type of structure in place. Or the opposite, not letting them have any, they just do it however they want to do it, right? They wake up when they want to wake up, they go to bed when they want to wake up. They go to school when they want to go to school, right? No. Build strong routines, parents. Build strong routines. And we're going to talk about how to do that. If you build these strong routines, your child's going to have amazing success for back to school. Okay. But here's something that I want you to know. You can't avoid routines and expect your child to have strong routines as well. And this is from a lady who I don't like a whole bunch of stuff to do. Like, don't be giving me 50 rules to do. Like, if you tell me one, I could probably do it really, really good. Like, I just don't even want a whole bunch of rules and regulations. I'm not that girl. I love a little freedom. Like, I love a lot of freedom, honestly. That's just me. I'm a freedom type of girl. Who the sun set free is free indeed. That's the type of girl I am. But we need them, right? For the way of life. If we have no laws or anything, people would just be absolutely super corrupt, right? And I want you to know that as a parent, right? You can't avoid routines and then expect your child to implement routines. You and even me have to stop hitting the snooze button, but expect your child to get up immediately, prompt out when you come in their room and you tell them it's time to get up for school. Okay. And that's important. And I'm not saying all parents do that, but if you're here, it's a big chance that you do. Okay. And there's no condemnation in Christ Jesus. Trust me, I'm working on it myself. But as a parent, right, you should definitely make sure you aren't avoiding the routines that you're expecting your child to do because it's like very hypocritical, right? And so I want you to keep that in mind. I want to go a little deeper. When routines aren't in place, right? Those routines transfer over to school. It makes your child struggle as a student when routines aren't in place. And what ends up happening is teachers, staff members are left to like pick up that slack. And I pray you care about that, right? I pray you care because I've seen it with my own eyes. I've experienced it. A child coming in the classroom and they're exhausted and they're tired. They're tired. They're extremely tired. And many of it could be family dynamics. You have a child coming, maybe they spent the weekend at dad's, right? And maybe the way it's set up, maybe the court order is child comes back for school on Monday from dad, comes to school from dad, and they get picked up by mom. Well, if dad is the fun dad, okay, and dad ain't tripping about, what time you go to bed. Dad's watching the game. He's with his boy. We're gonna watch the game. Yeah, he should be asleep, but that's my baby boy. Like, I want to watch the game. Your baby might be staying up to 10 o'clock at night. Tell dad to come join us too, right? If this is your situation, tell dad to come join us, right? Dad, the baby cannot watch the NBA finals to 10 o'clock and they're in the kindergarten. Because what's gonna happen is, well, they can, but what's gonna happen is the teacher is gonna have to deal with it. Teacher is gonna have to deal with it in the morning, and then my little NBA finals baby, who's going Team Knicks, is asleep the entire first part of the class. So morning message, they done missed it. Morning meeting, they done missed it. And a good teacher would actually let the child catch up on a little rest. I mean, I'm just thinking, I know I have. It makes me upset, but you need a little bit more rest. So I'm gonna give you 15. I'm gonna give you 15 minutes. While they eating breakfast, you can sleep. While they getting themselves together, I'm gonna let you sleep. But when it's time to get in the quarters lesson, I need you. But that shouldn't be, because what actually is happening, your child's missing community with their peers, right? They're missing certain parts of what they need from actually being at school because they're sleepy. And so I just wanted to use that as an example, that it causes teachers and staff to really like have to pick up the slack and figure out what to do when that is not their responsibility when it comes to building strong routines for your child. Their main responsibility is to make sure your child has a school structure and learning. That's their responsibility. So I wanted to mention that this is why building strong routines are important, because I'm telling you, if you have strong routines, your child will be prepared for back to school. Okay. Will be prepared for back to school. And so remember, that information that I just shared with you, I'm getting it straight from this chapter 3. Now, these are my notes, but from chapter 3 in the, build strong routines chapter, which is on page 12. Now, you're like, okay, you tell me build strong routines. How do I do that? Right? How do you do that? Great question. This book is so good. Praise God that it gives you an entire workbook on how to do that. Okay? How to do that. And so I want to share with you the 5 core ways that I encourage you, like the top ways, like I don't know if it's anything else around it, because that's how good they are, that will help you build strong routines. Number 1, right? And you have the book, so I don't really have to slow down. Just follow along with me in the book. I'm on page 14, right? Number 1, prepare yourself. And this is why these routines are so different from just build routines. Number 1, you got to be prepared for yourself. I put this here. If you're ready, your student will be ready too. Build routine, for yourself. One of the things that I ask without like leaking the whole book, the number 1 question I ask is how much time are you going to relax after work or whatever your day looks like, so that you're better prepared. And I think that's a part, parents, of building routines, is to make sure that you've built one for yourself that allows you to show up to be the best parent you can be. Do you hear what I'm saying? All right, that's point number 1. You got to do it for yourself first. That's what makes it so powerful to me, because I haven't heard nothing like this, where it's so unique and God has gifted me to share this with you. It starts with you first. You got to take care of you first. Do you enjoy a good walk? Do you enjoy going to the gym? Is watching the game something that rebuilds your strength as a dad, as a man? Forget being a dad. As a man, do you just enjoy watching the game? Okay. You just enjoy watching the game. If you enjoy watching the game, and that's something that is a um, routine that will make you feel more excited and make you bring you more joy, then that's something that you should implement for yourself. And when you have that, and I'm not saying don't take care of your priorities, but this is a priority. You are a priority. And if you just spend 3 hours watching a game, one a week, that is going to help you, right? Take a load off so that you can better prepare yourself to be a parent. Okay. Prepare your student. That's the second way, right? How do you build strong routines? You prepare your child, right? Set routines for your child to follow. In the book, you literally have the questions that are going to help. Okay. Step three, build support, right? Think about it. Who else can help you build routines? I'm not saying that you have to do it on your own, all on your own, but you have me. Okay. Step four, homework routines. What is that going to look like? Homework can literally make or break your child's grades. I'm trying to tell you. What they do in the evening on their iPad can make or break what their grades is going to look like next year. So, what is that going to look like for your child next year? Finally, study habits. Remember, building study habits, right, brings lasting success. Building study habits bring lasting success. And that's why this book is so important, because if you want your child not to just thrive when they're in elementary school, but by the time they get to high school, you listen, you're in high school now, like you can handle your own. You will be able to have more flexibility as a parent. Having that study habit in place, I'm telling you, it's going to bring a lifelong full of success that you don't want your child just learning when they get to high school because they're already behind. And you really don't want them learning it if they're going to college, because they are going to be behind if they're just learning. Ask me how I know. Okay. And so please, please, please take time, go through these questions. It may seem like a lot for some people. When I looked at them, I'm like, P, should you have shrunk them down a bit? But they were really too good. I'd rather put all of the things that's going to get you thinking, right? And I'm not saying you need to answer them all today. Maybe spend this week one a day, like answering a section a day or one a day, right? All summer, you have the summer. But answer them, because this is literally your blueprint of how you're going to help your child achieve academic success next year if you follow what's here in this book. Okay, these questions are going to bring so many just revelations, aha moments that are going to like bless you, so that you are helping your child achieve academic success, and not the way somebody else raised their child, how their child needs to be academically, what is going to work for your child. Okay, so that's it. That's our time for today. um, I pray that you really enjoyed this workshop, because I enjoyed teaching it. Um, what I will say is that, this book, in the book with Stay in This Statement, this book helps you shift, but coaching helps you sustain. Okay. This book helps you shift, coaching helps you sustain. And so if you want help building routines, strong routines for your child academically, I am more than open to help you. Just email me directly. Email me at the student success school at gmail.com, and I will reach back out, and we can schedule a time one on one where I can begin helping you build routines, strong routines for your child academically, so that they're prepared when the school year starts. Because why wouldn't we want our babies prepared for school, right? They need it, especially with everything that's going on just in academics, in academia. I want you to have your babies prepared no matter what's going on. I want you prepared when school year starts. All right. And so I love you all much. I pray you enjoyed this class as much as I enjoy teaching and sharing. I'm overjoyed. And until we talk again next week, same time, 12:30, same place here on my YouTube channel. What's the YouTube channel? The Student Success School, on YouTube. Okay, the Student Success School on YouTube. I Make sure that you like and subscribe and comment. Let me know how you should enjoy this. I don't know how I was about to forget that. Let me know how you enjoyed this class. And until we chat again, bye bye. I just gotta find the end button.